All right. Hey, what's up, Periscope? What's going on tonight, y'all? DB Bell, what's up? What's up, Sanders Mister? Lady Diva Sharice. Hey, what's up, Sharice? Wanda, what's going on, y'all? Hey, y'all, we're on Periscope tonight, working my way back into a Kingdom Minds. What's up? Hey, what's going on? What's going on? LaTanya, what's up, LaTanya? DAW Choice, what's up, preacher? All is gravy over here. My kids say, man, you old, Dad, for using those terms, all is gravy. Good evening. Hey, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Sharice. That's Sharice. Is that Sharice Mayfield? Is that you, girl? All right. Yeah, my kids be on me. Hey, girl, how you doing? That's what I need to know. I got to have you all right. I can't go forward in ministry without you. So you got to get it right. You got to get it together, girl. That's right. What's going on? Mosho 04. You much better? That's what I need to know. Jarika, what's going on? I see you. Hey, do me a favor. Tonight, I think you all are going to like this Nightscope because some fascinating things are happening. Crazy things are happening. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. So if you could either swipe left or swipe up, depending on what phone you have, and share this. Share it on your Periscope feed. Share it on your Facebook, Twitter, whatever you're using, because tonight you're going to be blessed. Do me a favor, invite some people. And you don't just want them, you don't just want to be the only one getting this good stuff. You might want to make sure someone else get it. Hey, Kingdom Minds, thanks for the invite. I appreciate that. Staten, what's good, boy? What's good, man? How's it going? Boy, scared to come to the west side, huh, bro? I feel you. All right. Do me a favor. Let me know where you all are from, where you all are checking in at. That would really, really do me well. I would really like to know where you guys and gals are checking in, and that would do me so much fun, because what I want to do tonight is really share my heart. Chicago, I want to share my heart. Keeps freezing. See, that's why it froze on me yesterday. I did a scope with my nephew, and I thought it was real good, but kept freezing. Man, I don't know. That's why I'm a fan of Facebook Live, for two reasons. Number one, Carbondale. I'm coming to Carbondale for my man Pastor Swim sometime in July. I think. I could be wrong, but I'll be in Carbondale. Yours working smooth. And see, that's why I like Facebook Live, because I could shoot the video, and then the video is there archived, so people can go back. Then I can dialogue. And Periscope been freezing on a brother lately, but it is what it is. So check this out. Now that you've invited people, now that you've checked in, let me know where you're from, where you're at. I want to share something tonight, and that is the title of my scope, this Nightscope. Rarely I'm on Periscope at night, but this Nightscope is all about this. Catch me. I have catch me. So how do you get the hearts and all that? How do you capture all the comments? Because sometimes catch me doesn't get it. So if you could let me know that, I'd appreciate it. And if I share something tonight and it's heart worthy, can you shoot me some hearts? And I certainly would appreciate that. That lets me know I'm on point and I'm not just here spinning my wheels. Check this out. In the title of my scope, it says sometimes you have to step back in order to go forward. I know that sounds like an oxymoron or an apparent contradiction, but the reality of the matter is if you are a business owner, a pastor, entrepreneur, senior executive, wherever you find yourself, what they'll quickly tell you is that in order to move the organization forward, sometimes you have to step back. When I started pastoring and took over from my dad, there were a lot of things that I had to do, from the bulletin to the announcements to administrative tasks. It just so happened that my natural gift mix is administratively, and I was doing a lot of those things. And here's what happened. While I'm doing all of these things working in the church, it didn't give me an opportunity to step back and work on the church. Huge difference, huge difference. Talk to any business owner. What they'll tell you is that the most important thing that they can do is work on getting business as opposed to working in the business. Think about it like this. Just like you can overparent your child. My daughter plays volleyball competitively on the travel circuit. My son played competitive baseball on the travel circuit. And you would see these parents, they call them helicopter parents. And they would hover over the kid, doing everything for him, carrying their bag, wiping their nose. I mean, just hovering over too much. So what ended up happening is the kid does not have the opportunity to grow up and become an adult because of overparenting. Think about this. If you can overparent your children, then guess what? If you're a business owner, pastor, you could do the same thing in your business or in your church. Because if you're busy making sure doing everything, two things happen. One, you burn out. And then two, you stifle, you suppress the gifts in others. Now, there are many things that I'm weak in, and research has proven that you are not going to get better that much regarding your weaknesses. So the best thing to do is to find someone who is better than you at what you're weak at, and then show them how to do it, document how to do it, and pass it on. And right now, I work on my strengths, what I'm good at. And what that does is allows me, here's the key, it allows me to step back and work on Mars Hill as opposed to working in Mars Hill. Huge difference, huge difference. I don't wear many hats anymore because I've now had the ability to bring others along on the journey who are better than me, who can work in it while I work on it. Point in case. It's Wednesday and I've already had 6 meetings. And guess what these meetings were about? It was working on Mars Hill. It was working on how we're going to help people find their way back to God and then turn them into fully devoted followers of Christ. The meetings I just had with our staff was working on Mars Hill, talking about our Easter plan. Yes, our Easter plan. The things that I'm working on with our new members orientation is working on Mars Hill, getting it stronger, not in it. And it took everything in me to step back because, you know, I'm that guy. I'm administratively gifted, so I can pick up things. I'm the type of guy that really doesn't need an assistant because that's me. That's my natural flow. That's how I move. But if I'm stuck working administratively, then who's going to work on the church so that the church can move forward? Work on it, not in it. And when you do that, what tends to happen is you see growth as a result. I had a meeting last week in regards to what we are planning to do to extend the reach of our church to our second location. And that's working on it. I would not have been able to do that if I'm working in it. And the best thing, Pastor, you can do is find someone who's gifted in what you're weak in, document what you do, write it down, hand it off to them, train them, and then come back and have these discussions as to what worked, what didn't work, so you can continue to work on it. And what you're going to discover when you have the ability to step back from something, it frees your mind to be able to think. Some days each day I sit and think. I don't know why I'm sweating. I sit and think hours on how I can make our church better. That's working on it as opposed to working in it. And you're right, it does. Allows you to focus on other things. You're right. And when we do things as such, what tends to happen is God raises up, since I'm a pastor and I'm speaking in the church context, God raises up other people who are just as gifted as you are to do the things that you once did, so you won't end up over parenting or over leading. So let me know what you think about this. Is there anybody else who's online who's had to step back? Man, I'm sweating. Jesus. Y'all got me sweating here like I'm preaching on Sunday. Is there anyone else had to take a step back to work on something as opposed to in it? And if you did, let me know. And we certainly can dialogue about it. What do you think about this scope? Is that something that you've heard or something that you've experienced? Because if it is, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So thank you all for the hearts. Really appreciate that. Man, I think my wife got the heat on Hades up in here. All right, let me see. A great key to being a visionary. Amen. 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 And I debated tonight. I was going to do a scope on vision and how vision drifts. I talked about that with our staff. And vision is like Jell-O. You can't nail Jell-O to the wall. And what ends up happening is the moment you think you got it nailed down, then it dissipates and falls away by the wayside. So that's part of being a good visionary. Good visionary seems to tie close to those micromanagers who can't let go and try to do it all. You're absolutely right. God, I cannot work with micromanagers. I cannot. But you know what? The kind of guy I am. As a visionary, I give micromanagers and detail-oriented type people, I give them fits, because the visionaries have difficulty with details, which is why you have to bring people alongside who are gifted, and then keep the visionaries out of keep the the detail-oriented people out of the vision meetings, because they want to know how much it's going to cost, who's going to be in charge of this, what's the project timeline, I mean, what are the deliverables, and I'm like, you know what, we'll get to you later, but you're absolutely right. So what else you all have? What other questions you may have in regards to this? Man, it's hot down here. Jeez. All right. Thanks for the hearts, y'all. I see we don't have any more questions. So let me know if you got anything out of this scope. I think the story of Martha and Mary, one sister worked while the other listened to Jesus. Yeah, that's a good story. She was working on it, or in it rather, while the other was working on it. That's good. That's good. I'm going to preach that. Thank you. Thank you for dropping that nugget of wisdom. Yes, I did. See, that's my goal. And my goal is always teach something and My children know what's getting ready to happen when I look at them and say, hey, now, did you learn something? Because I think that in life, if you're always teaching something, the world certainly could be a better place. All right. What else you got? Any questions before I sign off and get out of this hot sweater? Man, y'all been amazing, y'all. Your teaching is great to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you all haven't guessed this, I love what I do. Love what I do. Check out a service on Sunday morning. You all will know how much I love what I do. And I'm about this close, y'all. Always a good word. Thank you. I'm about this close, y'all, to getting put out my church. This close. This close. Because I push it to the edge. I push it to the edge. And I said something Sunday. Check out my rewind on Facebook Live. Hey, at least got one member that'll go with me if I get put out. Just want to say thank you for pouring into Pastor Swims. That's right, man. That is my guy, y'all. Pastor Christopher Swims in Carbondale. That's my guy. Boy is knocking it out the park. Just had a baby, Carrington. Sending a shout out to him and Lady Brittany for what they're doing. And I can't wait to get down there and hang out with y'all. But check this out. I'm about this close to get put out of my church. Here's why. Because real and relevant. And I'm teaching on this series of four key traits we all need to thrive and survive. And one of them was discernment. And I'm helping our congregation become more discerning. And one of the questions was, based on my current circumstances, what's the wise thing to do right now? See, emotion is tied to decision making. And I told the sisters, hey, when you all start dating and all this good stuff, objectivity goes out the door because he put the woo-woo on you. Boy, I said that in church, man, they went crazy. And my deacon's going to put me out, y'all. I'm telling you, they're going to put me out of Mars Hill. But I know what? I can go to Carbondale and hook up with Pastor Swims. He'll hire me for something. The woo-woo. Y'all remember that? The woo-woo. I'm telling you. And so while he got that woo-woo on the women, I'm like, bring them by your pastor. Bring them by your pastor, because I'm not impressed by the woo-woo. I can see right through that. And it's all about becoming discerning. Man, we have a great time in our church. I'm telling you, we laugh, cry, get mad, all in the same sermon, but we're endeavoring to be all that God called us to be. So that's about all I have for you all tonight. Thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to hang out with me on this Nightscope. And whatever you're working on, whatever you're pushing forward, remember, sometimes the way forward is to step back, work on it, and not so much in it, and be blessed. All right? You're raising up powerful people, and I'm glad to be one of them. I'm glad as well. I got the best members in the world. God bless you too. Amen to you too. Amen to you too. All right. Third, Leroy Carter. Hey, what's up, Third Leroy Carter? Glad to have you, brother. Good night. This was something for me to think. Hey, thank you. I did my job.